What's up?
We just finished our training yesterday on the minds of boys and girls. This is Adam Brooks. He's one of my co-authors.
Katey McPherson, one of my co-authors.
Yeah, and so we just wanted to do kind of a wrap-up because we were so proud of ourselves on our minds of boys and girls training.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you a couple fast facts and just thinking about back to school for kids. So can you raise your hand and show them your hand? Because I'm going to show them the fast fact. So if your fourth finger is longer than your index finger, so index finger, your fourth finger is longer, that actually means that more testosterone was dumped in the womb. So those kiddos and yourselves that have that, you're probably better gross motor skills, athletically based, probably a former athlete. So check out your hands. Fast facts about testosterone in the womb. Happens around 6 weeks. So what else can we tell them?
We did, when we walked into the workshop, there was someone presenting and they were talking about this idea of shark music. And what they meant was whenever a parent walks in and sees another adult interacting with their kids, sometimes in their own mind they hear shark music. And what that means is it triggers something in them saying, don't do that to my kid has a tantrum and only I can figure out what's wrong with my kid, or only I can figure out how to help my kid. And I totally get it. I'm not a parent, but I understand why parents get upset. But really, they're triggering this information. So if parents can use the terminology, I'm hearing shark music when I see you do this with my child, man, that makes so much sense. That helps me realize that might be triggering something. And so that can really help me as somebody who works with kids respond in better ways between them and their parents.
And as a parent myself, we all have our own shark music. So sometimes something that has nothing to do with what's going on, you hear shark music in your head and it starts going around. It's this vicious circle. So just getting back to kind of back to school routines with kids, and maybe some of that is shark music for you, remembering last year and how things didn't go so well, or things that bothered you or frustrate you. So some fast facts about boys. Boys love A to B to C. So the less words mom can use in the morning or anytime really, the better. Women say 20,000 words a day. How many do men say?
Between 5,000 and 7,000.
Right. So especially when boys get escalated, there's a stress hormone called cortisol that coats their brain. So it starts in the brainstem, goes up, they're heightened, whether it's a fight with a sibling or maybe they're frustrated with a homework assignment, and then you start with words, asking question after question after question. As soon as the brain is coated with the cortisol, nothing happens. Stress goes up, learning goes down. So
right.
If you see that your boy especially is getting heightened, some quick strategies. Water, let him walk around, and shoulder to shoulder. We talked about perception. So women pick up on facial cues really easily. You can probably think of a time that you had an incident with somebody and what their face looked like, and we pick up on that socially as well. Men, not so much, and boys, not so much. So especially when mom or dad is saying, look at me, when they're in trouble, the cortisol is coding, emotionally shutting down, and definitely words are going to overwhelm them. So just some quick strategies like that, especially with homework. 12 to 16 minutes in, especially for our secondary students, you want to give them a break. And we call them brain breaks or brain boosts. Get them up and moving. Allow them to go listen to music for 2 minutes, but then they need to get back. I always say those kitchen timers that are old-fashioned, those are good for kids because they can see visually okay, I only have 6 minutes left, as opposed to how many more minutes do I have? And I don't really want to do this. And oh, I'm already done, but they're not really done. So, and on that note, I would just say for junior high kids and high school kids especially, be logging into Infinite Campus and checking their grades, especially our 7th and 9th graders. That's when things kind of tank. If you look in their backpack, mid-September, it's kind of a scary sight. Do you have any good strategies for writing? Adam used to teach special education at the high school and director of special ed, so those strategies are good for any kid. For writing, especially for boys, tend to struggle with reading and writing. So many words, they need pictures, they need images, and our books and novels don't have them. And so what would help parents get their kids more easily ready for a writing assignment at night?
I would say if you're gonna do writing, especially with a boy, for me it was always easier to do storyboarding. So actually drawing pictures of what I'm gonna write about. That actually enabled me to write clearer, write longer, and also write with more detail. So I was able to kind of draw pictures of what I wanted that essay to be about. What I've found with a lot of students, and what we were just talking about with the cortisol levels, is the way it played out when I was a teacher was a kid or a boy would want to fight someone, he'd get upset, and I'd pull him aside and say, "What's wrong?" And he'd say, "I just see red, man, I just see red." And so that's when we go for a walk. That's when we get water. That's when we just kind of walk side by side and talk, which is way better than me facing them and saying, use your words, because that's not gonna happen. It wouldn't happen for me when I was their age, and it hasn't happened for them in a lot of ways. So I would say storyboarding, drawing pictures, and that kind of stuff.
And for elementary kiddos, doodling and actually, just drawing the story first and then starting to write is a really easy prompt that mom and dad can use at home. So we are at Yale. We're headed back to the hot, heat-trapped surface of the sun, Arizona. I'm not very excited about that. But
it did rain this week, so hopefully it'll be fine.
We missed the rain.
Yeah.
Beautiful day here in New Haven. If you ever get a chance to go to Yale, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Beautiful campus.
Beautiful campus.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.